playing some War Thunder. I'm here with Arno. Say hi.
Hello.
And we're going to have some almost fun. Not quite fun, but almost fun. It's War Thunder after all. Yes. All right, let's go. Okay.
Gamer. On
Yes.
YouTube it says Strategic Command World War One.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Well, let's go change that. I thought I changed it all. Okay, I guess only the War Thunder one went through properly.
Where are we going?
Nowhere just yet. Because I'm changing. I'm going to sort of go up the middle somewhat, but let me get this changed. Let me go into here. Okay, yes. That's what to do. Okay, we are. Let's see. YouTube Studio. Oh boy. Let's leave it. Taking too long. Alright, come back in a bit. Okay. Right. Okay. Yep. Well. This is a strange strategic command stream, yes. You know, you do thing. I thought I got everything set up right last night, and.
But then your age.
Yeah, it could be that I'm old. Right, Twitch, right? I'm being shot up from somewhere. Oh, hello. Oh, and over there. They were all around me and I died.
Oh no.
Okay. Back to changing that soon. Let's go see what Arno's doing over there. Okay, Arno is the front line and he's holding it down with a Puma. see the bush is shooting at you. I shot at the bush,
Oh,
no effect.
nice.
Okay, tank. And the Panzer IV explodified in front of me, which is not a good sign.
Go to the left.
There's a Panzer IV over here that's probably an Italian one or Finnish or something. Okay, I heard it. And it's dead. And I died to a T-34, so be careful. It's pushing up. Uh-huh. See if I can help. Well, Arno died. Yeah, let's go over there. They're pushing up along that side of the front. I think our team is losing.
No, not losing.
Well, everybody just got erased from the map in front of us. Only people in spawn left alive. And I think our teammates are going to hide in spawn.
Oh, sheesh.
Hello. Oh, I got my engine. One of my crew members, and I'm going to be bombed here. Yay! Even with all the AA, we get bombed. Uh-huh. Well. We're coming up there. So go to the right. There, oh, there's two of them. Moving with a friendly there. Is he hiding? Or just unable to see them, which is quite possible. Okay. Oh, I hit badly. Push up. Okay, Sherman killed one. Good work. See the other one around there. Sherman just got him, it looks like. There's somebody to shoot at. Not that we have to travel far to get somebody to shoot at. Okay, you got your gunner. Means for a little bit you can't shoot anybody. You're on fire, so you're probably going to stop soon to put the fire out. Now you got gunner back. And now you died. Behind these guys and kill. Oh, hello. And we got best squad, which I forgot to do the wager, but we lost. Alright, now that it's between missions, let me see if I can quickly get the stream name changed at least here. Yes, let's go into here. Let's see, did I do this right? Paste, yes, there we go. And let's go here and that. Paste. And let's change the thumbnail. And hit save. Oh, we need to also maybe change the game name. Oh, come on. Respond. There we are. Okay, you responded. Let's come in here, copy, and okay, well, there we go. At least that's correct. Okay, let's get into another battle. All right. Starting the upper one.
Do you want me to recon or?
No, if you want, whatever you want to do. Whatever makes you happy, whatever gives you joy.
Sure.
I'm going to circle around behind the hill where A is and try to get in there and cut off the enemy's reinforcements as they come out of spawn. That's the plan. Somebody activates domination right at the start, and we're going to have 2 minutes of driving to the battlefield or more, so should have waited until we got engaged with the enemy.
Oh, my direct right, tank destroyer.
Oh, oh, he got me too. The Swede with the super fast reload. Okay, well, you called him out, but I did not see him fast enough. Well, somebody got the Swede.
Nice.
forward looking for the surprise. I get blown up.
Ah, damn it. Ooh, buffalo.
Hello. You do not suspect I'm here. Because that's the key that I've determined in this game is what gives you a very good chance of doing well is be unexpected. Oh, too low. There we go. One go bye-bye. Somebody's shooting at me with their 50, is it? Too low, and somebody else got me with their 105.
Damn, the tank destroyer spawn camping.
Oh, where? Where, Arna?
My direct left, gamer left.
Oh. Saw an explosion here. Where? Ah, up on the hill. Okay. Like that was maybe over. Hell of a spawn camp. He's putting artillery up there. Okay. Fairly good pattern of artillery. I didn't know you could still get up there. Well. I could wait around all day for him. I don't know if that's the best.
You shouldn't.
Or start the long march forward. Check something here. Oh, you win, son. Hello, the bad gamer. How you doing? Stream running badly now? Huh. It sure looks bad. Also bad over on YouTube. Where's your Tiger tank? I'm not sure. Where did you park your Tiger tank? Sorry, I'm just playing with my controllers here. They don't look like they're flowing well. Okay, well. I'm not driving the Tiger at the moment. Too low of BR for right now. Start driving the Tiger, you start getting hit by more and more modern things. Why do I hear what sounds like a helicopter? No, that's gone. That sound. Okay. Best tank is Tiger Tank. Who are you really? Are you Lum? Lum in disguise? But which tiger is best? See, I'll let them. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll move over onto them. Something killed the two tanks over there. Not tank and anti-aircraft. Gun. This thing is slow and underpowered. Oh, there he is. I see. And there are at least 3 of them over there. Okay, well.
Where did that come from?
Right there on the side of the hill. Let me mark that, because you guys are going to get slaughtered if I don't. Okay, well.
Left, gamer, left above.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, forgot about it. Let's move out of the kill zone if he's still there.
He's diving on you.
Oh, hi. I'm trying to get out of the kill zone of that. If he's still over there, the spawn camper up on that hill. Maybe he's gone. Somebody left a burning half-track there. Man, they should learn how to park it better. What's he shooting at? Nothing, I guess. Just this is almost over and we just won. So how do we go?
Hello.
And Dino's here.
Hello, Dino.
Goedenavond.
Goedenavond, hoe bist du?
We are at 4-3 if you want to join us at that.
Yeah, I'm just starting the game.
No problem. No problem at all. Well, I wanted to start the... Meant to do it last time. Didn't because I was playing with the...
I'll quickly get myself something to drink.
Alright. Best squad, there we are. Let's activate a best squad. Now there'll be 3 of us. About a week to go before I move. Boy.
Very exciting, I think.
Yeah. I just hope it all goes well.
Of course it will. Have faith in this.
Yeah. I just worry about these things. And I'm worried about all kinds of things. Gonna have enough room for all the stuff at the new location because the house isn't ready, so I'm dumping it in like 3 rooms. Worried about getting there. How fast is the moving truck gonna get there? I'm worried about it being too fast.
Very fast.
Well, that's the problem. I don't want it to be fast.
So, here I am again.
Because I think it's going to take a little while to have them load up the stuff. Sentino and
4.3 or,
Yeah.
or 4.7?
4.3.
4.3, that is nice. I am in 4.3.
Okay.
Whole thing just needs to load properly.
All right. And so for me it's about an 8-hour drive, and so I'm worried that I'm gonna be sort of like today and not get a lot of sleep beforehand, and then although they're going to do most of the packing, or loading onto the truck, I'm packing up beforehand, but loading up on the truck and all that, I'm probably going to be tired by the time they're done and whatnot, and so am I going to be ready to drive that night through to the 8-hour plus drive to my secret mountain base? Be there before
No
they are.
one who can drive you then, gamer.
Well, nobody really. So, so it's just things like that I'm worried about. Okay, I'm starting down in the lower position. I'm going to swing around C and then push up. Yeah. Well, put me way in the back. Okay. But it will be nice to get out of where I am now.
Don't worry too much about it, gamer. I know it's exciting, but it will be okay.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. And there's a pool. And there's an armored car that whipped around the corner before I could get stopped. The Puma, of course, is taking its time. Okay. Just fire down. Shot the armored car.
It was big boom.
Shot the armored car again. Now I can see a little more clearly. Killed the armored car this time. Shot a T-34. Let's see there. Thought that was part of him. I guess not. Okay, let's push up a little bit. There we are. I see you. Now can I get in here and kill you? Bounced off the T-34. It's moving. Oh, the thing behind it's moving. Just killed it. M55.
You
It
got
looks
it.
like. T-34 is peeking out. It's dead. Anybody left over there? I don't know that they are. Pushing up. shit.
All directly on you.
Yeah, damn. I stopped when I should have been driving, but it probably wouldn't have saved me.
It was spectacular though.
Well, good. I didn't see it. A spectacular bit. Hello, Johnny Dench. You want to join us today or not? Not sure. You can, of course. We got an open slot. And hello. I for Ma? I'm for Ma? I don't know. How are you supposed to say that? Or is that 14 Ma? No, I don't know. Who knows? Somebody does, I'm sure. Ooh, Arno got it. Arno killed one of his own things. Same thing as he was driving.
It was a spectacular one.
4-3 right now, yes. For probably the next 2 missions or so, then we may creep it up a notch. Ah, okay.
I like 4-3.
I do too. But I also want to give some variety to...
Though again, I'm biased towards the fact that I generally prefer playing on the lower to mid tiers.
Yes, I do too.
They are far more enjoyable because, how should I put this? With the higher ones, it's usually this strange feeling of everything can kill me, but I can't kill anything. Whereas in the lower tiers, it generally tends to feel more, yeah, that thing can kill me, but I can also kill it.
Okay, watch out. There's a Yag up there. Arno. That's shooting down the way. I'm going to come up and put artillery on it soon. As soon as I get near enough. Almost, not quite.
Oh, that's over T-34. Damn, just got him in my sights.
Okay.
That was supremely enjoyable.
Well, good. But that's very War Thunder-like thing. It's supposed to be almost fun, not actually fun. Artillery up there, and then we're gonna come over here, sneak around past this rubble, and wait a bit for my artillery to come in and see about blasting everything. Maybe kill that Yag up the way. Should be landing very soon, which may make them move. Ah, you did some rather high, at least for me, high level stuff. I went up to, oh, what was it? Oh, hello. Something beyond the stug there. Okay, oh, it's an anti-aircraft. Chaffee. Up to, what was it, 7.7 I think I was? It was, yeah, I think you're right about it. Or no, maybe just 7.0 even, I don't know. But, and one, oh, got the Yag, that's good.
Shit.
Had one decent mission, and after that died, I came back and, yep, just get killed out of spawn by a helicopter that I could do nothing about. It was way out there, sending guided missiles right in at me. I think it was player guided maybe, but still. see the thing through all the flame. Oh, it blew up. Okay, let's push up. And it looks like the Chaffee AA died. Very nice. Driving through all the wreckage.
Oh, Gamer, watch out!
Yep.
Aircraft.
Yep. I got the aircraft. You know how I killed that? You know how I got the aircraft? I shot the bomb and the bombs blew up and killed the aircraft.
And one landed just behind me.
So I shot a bomb out of the sky with the machine gun, the coaxial machine gun of a T-34. Wow, that's an achievement. That's one for the something shot over.
Yes,
Here.
that you get the Order of Lenin for that one.
Well, no, I was in a German T-34.
Ah, in the German T-34. Well, in that case, you get the Iron Cross.
Yeah, it's the Iron Cross. Arno, yeah, okay, I'll swing around. See if I can get. Oh no. Sweet AA got me on the side. Be careful, Arno.
There's 2 AA guns here.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And a M16.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh, no,
Okay.
that's not an M16, Gamer.
Let's show up in a Sherman. That might be a good tank to deal with. All of that. Why does it put me at the wrong spot? Going the wrong direction. Putting artillery just in the north side of A.
Put it on me, put it on me.
No, I put it on A already, sorry.
Damn.
It looked like Dino was all alone out there. Not that you weren't all alone too, but I was going to come and save you, but not fast enough.
Oh, no,
Arnold,
I already
yeah.
got one.
Yeah. Okay, we have an anti-tank gun moving up to C that's being shot at by something. And it looks like you may have caught. Oh, no, it was still being shot at. I see you. I don't know that I have a sight on you yet. Looks like a Sherman that I just killed with my Sherman. Moving up to decap B. Dino is decapping A.
Ah, shit, it was again that damn Swede.
Ah, yes. He's actually a general Swede. A Swede general.
I don't like them.
Uh-oh. Ah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
But I have enough points
Gamer,
to
help.
get him
My
to
side.
Panzers of
Well.
4, so maybe I can finally get rid of that stupid Swede.
Mm. Well,
They have terrible money, you know.
oh, do they? How is their money terrible?
Yes, they. Yeah, yes, they do. It's like it says so in like an old Prussian marching song. It
Oh.
says that the Swedes have terrible money. Well, it actually means that the Swedes have terrible pay, but
Ah,
literally it says they have terrible money.
well, I'm still not sure if that. I think it's a 14 Ma, but whatever your name is. Sorry, I don't know how to read that. I really love World War II tanks, so I don't really play that higher levels. Getting up that much. Okay, well, no, you're here. You're here. Where are you? You're on the point. Are you? Where? Thought you were on the point. And boom, where did I get killed from? Back there? Okay. Oh, and there's two of them now. Okay. Dropping artillery on C before the end of the match here. Moving out under artillery cover, as it were. Ignore the aircraft. Let me see if I can shoot.
Alright. A has been recaptured. I will now move along to B.
Well, hold A, I would. We're almost done.
Yes, but I might still have... If we lose... Holding A doesn't matter. If I can try to
Well, because I'm going to decap C, I'm hoping here very soon.
to capture B, then of course I get strafed by an airplane and demobilized. Immobilized, not demobilized. I'm not an army.
Well. And the A gun kills me. Yay. Hey, tanks, yeah. That's sort of the meta now. Hardly even
Yeah,
knows
now we're
about it.
losing A.
Yeah.
And the T-34 got me. That was just bloody great. I think that was a yak or something similar to it. I'm not gonna respawn, the game match is over.
Yeah.
Might have
Oh,
been able to
respawn.
reach B in time if that plane hadn't gotten me. I was halfway there.
Well. Standard German response. We almost conquered the world this time. Next time we'll try again.
Hey, Jan Smitty.
Hey Jan, it's been a while.
Been a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
I need to update my.
Okay, that's gonna take a bit because it's a big update. Let me grab something. I need to grab something to drink, and I'll be right back. And then we'll jump in it, and Jan can join us the next match.
Hello, Jan.
I know. Been a long time talking to you all three, actually.
Also, funny thing, like the Jan with like the long A. That's what my uncle from the Rhineland calls me.
Mm. I see.
Let's see.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure you already know that my name is also Jan. Though
Yes.
again, I'm
Yes, I
from
know.
the north, so I'm generally accustomed to it to be with a short A and like a harder N. And so I was always a bit confused whenever I was called like Jan instead of Jan.
Jan.
Yeah, like
Yum.
yeah.
Well,
That's more
thank God
how
I-
it's generally pronounced, Jan.
Thank God I said just to John instead of Jan.
Okay, well I'm going to swing around the left side of the map.
Oh, I just
Oh, you just got in, did you? Well,
yeah.
well, sorry.
Just I
You
haven't
get
really
next
played in a while, actually.
That's what I figured, and the last update took me a long time to download.
Well, I still haven't like downloaded, so.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna, because they did a major update. It's gonna take a little while to download. So that's what I was anticipating. So that's why I didn't wait for you.
No. What a good friend you are.
Well, I'm actually thinking that we're gonna sort of get done by the time you're done, and you're ready to go. So yeah.
Oh, I'm already ready to go. That's the point.
Oh, I thought you said it's been a while, and I don't know. It took a while. It was a few days ago, but it took a while to download the major update for me.
Well, I do have it. Do have a very fast download speed. So.
Well,
and
good.
Also, I did not even get rid of the game, so it downloaded automatically. So.
Oh, okay.
Any BR?
4-3 right now.
We're currently 4-3.
4.
One or maybe 2 more matches where I'm having fun at this BR, then we'll creep up.
Yes, 4-3 is one of my favorites.
And of course Germany.
Yes, but you can play other things if you want, but I'm not trying to have like a same squad of tanks right now. We may do that again someday, but
Good to know.
hello. How did I just shoot effing through you and no damage? And again, no damage. Getting okay. Thank you, Dino. The Yag, wherever the Yag was. Where was the Yag?
Direct front from me.
Deep near the point.
In
where?
between us.
Oh, in between. Okay. I don't know.
There's someone behind the coal stacks.
Okay.
What?
That'd be the Yag.
Yeah, that's the Yag. The Yag.
Okay,
That's
okay.
where the Yag is. I thought it was on the other side, but no, it's
Yeah.
behind the coal stacks.
Okay.
What is everyone's opinion on the new FV, the American tank?
Don't know. Don't have an opinion yet on it.
Don't know. Currently don't have particularly care.
Oh, there it is. Oh, it killed my engine. Good. Now I can wait till it shoots me and kills me. Ah, it's taking a little while to do so. And it killed me just in time. Okay, yeah, swing around hard, Arno. It's moving out into the center. I don't think it knows you're there. I think you can get behind it and kill it. Kill it dead. Remember to use your machine gun. And hello, ZZ. There's something on C and it's not the Yag. And it got
Damn,
on.
a machine got 2 out of 3 of them. Come on. How could he survive that?
It's Russian devilry. Black magic.
I'm doing very well. And hello, Altar Antics. How you doing? I think you're new around here. Yes, the Hetzer Jagdpanzer 38T. Nice little vehicle. It both symbolizes for me the capabilities of the Germans and the limitations of the Germans. That they were able to take that 38T base that they got when they took over Czechoslovakia and made it relevant all the way through to the end of the war, but it also shows their manufacturing limitations, that they were still using it at the end of the war instead of just, upgrading everything to better vehicles.
The Jagdpanzers or Stugs.
And so, yeah, but this thing.
Again, that Yag smashed right through the front of my Hetzer.
Right, okay, he's behind the...
The Jagd 10, 29K.
Okay, where did he go? He's over there somewhere.
You could.
Oh, he fired at me through the train cars. Yeah. Oh, he's moving up. Here's the tanks. Okay, let's see if I can put a round under this. Oh, I did, but it went through his running board, and...
Do you know
Okay.
something is coming for you? Watch out.
And it killed me. Okay.
That's why I bring HE shells.
Yeah, HE would have been nice. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's come in a T-34, and I can drop artillery on it. That's another thing. Yeah, right about 1944. So it starts out as the Hetzer. Oh, not that. It starts out as the 38T, And then they turn it into the Martyr 3 and do a few other things, you know, also an assault gun and a few other type version things. And then they cancel all of that once they come up with a Hetzer and just produce the Hetzer and a lightly armored assault gun version of it with the 150 millimeter schwer infantry Geschütz. I know my accent's terrible, I'm sure, but
That wasn't too bad.
okay, not too bad. So that means it's still bad, but not too bad, which is fine. And so,
But it's worse.
yeah, okay, let's
But great. Immediately, there is no one there. Then immediately an ZSU spawns in and shoots me down.
okay, I see
That
where you
was
are. You're
great.
basically back here. So let's drop artillery there.
Yeah. ZSU.
Okay, there he is. And he got me. So yeah, I watched a very I don't know. I think there's an AI voice that's like a British voice, because it actually sounded fairly natural, but not natural enough, and it mispronounced a few words that I think a human would have got right. You know, I forget what they were, but World War II words that an AI might not recognize.
Oh,
But-
you watched an auto-dubbed video.
Yeah, or it could have been, I guess, in another language, an auto-dubbed English, maybe. But
That's most likely, I think.
that could be. I don't know. Yeah, that could be what I was experiencing. Very well could. But it was on.
Oh, we got each other now.
Oh, good. I'm still dead. We can try to watch Arno. Or Dino. There's Dino. It was on the American dominance in the Pacific, specifically anti-submarine warfare, and how several different Japanese officers, some during the war and some after the war, came to understand the dominance of America during that. And it was one of the specific things that the title looked at was the sonar buoys that, you know, however good, however well trained, however well motivated, however, you know, clever, some, especially like, you know, talking about the big I-400s, and well made those big carrier submarines were, they just had no chance against the Americans. Partially the Americans' ability to produce so much, but also the Americans able to develop technology and produce it in numbers. And so these sonar buoys, you know, so figure, I don't know, it was like, you know, 44 into 45. Oh yes, some got put together at the post-war. That's very true. I think they were sold to the Swiss, some of the Hetzers, so that an American aircraft like a TBF Avenger could spot a submarine. Submarine could dive, but that was no cover because it could drop a sono buoy, and they could then, with that, you know, floating on the, you know, the surface of the water or whatever, and flying around, the radio man could turn on the sonar set and listen and track the submarine as it's trying to maneuver, and they could drop a Fido, which was halfway between a torpedo and a mine. You dropped it from the air, and it had, you know, it was self-maneuvering, so it was sort of like a torpedo, but it wasn't, you know, like regular aerial drop torpedo, and it would then hunt in and giving Jan the invite, hunt, and then seek engine sounds, so you wouldn't want to use it around friendlies, and take out the submarines. And so America is just able to do all of this new production, produce so much stuff that even Germany, which was a very good industrial producer, much better than Japan, just cannot keep up. And another telling fact was that, I think it was in 43, America, get this, don't worry so much about the year, but it wasn't, at the very end of the war. It was sort of mid-war for America. I'm starting in the top location. They get a new tanks sent out to the American units. So the Americans send hundreds of Shermans back to America because they don't know what to do with them. They literally don't. Yeah, what do we do with these? We don't have any crews for these, and we got better Shermans now, so we'll send them back to America. Can you imagine Germany deciding, hey, we got these 400 Panzer IVs in perfectly good condition. Well, we don't need them. We're just going to send them back home and scrap them. No, Germany's desperate for every last tank it can get its hands on. And Americans are like, hey, what do we do with these things? So they send them home, they recondition many of them, and give whatever to the Anzac forces, mainly Australia, and they go use them against the Japanese, because the Japanese really don't have much in the way of, unlike
Armors.
War Thunder, but in real life don't have much in the way of tanks and anti-tank guns. So they're still quite useful at killing infantry and bunkers and all that kind of good stuff. In places like Burma, as much as other campaigns, island hopping campaigns. So yeah, I mean, it just says the industrial capacity and why I love German armor. I love their innovations and their make do. Yeah, well, there really wasn't any real production.
There's a guy on a...
Yeah, I don't think I have line of sight. I'm pushing up. Who's the? Oh, yes, the Bob Simple. Well, that man, machine gun.
Well,
in
I
every
mean that.
direction.
I mean that
It's
that
not
is just
simple, it's
unfair.
simple.
Like
Yes.
nothing can stand against the Bob Sample. That was the most powerful tank ever constructed, and the only reason it was never used was because they knew that using it would likely just either destroy the world or, like, I don't know, summon Godzilla or something.
Yeah. So yes.
I'm
Okay.
rusty. Damn.
I'm coming back.
I'm definitely rusty.
Oh god. Jan just went the way of the hood.
Yes.
And now I went the way of the hood.
And all that's left is Arno, who just died.
There is a green T-34 on a green hill.
Yeah. In its natural environment.
Yep.
There are two M20 Chaffees and one M55, and then that T-50.
Yeah, let's
And
see
here
if I
we
can-
have a roaming herd of German panzers moving across the green countryside. There, just under the trees, perfectly camouflaged with its natural green color, is their natural enemy, the T-34. It watches as the herd slowly moves past him, and then he strikes. With a single
What
shot.
kind of nature documentary is this?
a documentary about tigers and panthers
Yeah, and elephants.
and elephants and brumbars and
Is Brumbar a...
it's a bear.
Yes, actually, yes. Brumbeer it's pronounced Brumbeer, and it means like It's a bit of a joking word for like bear, because brumm is like what the sound a bear makes. It's an onomatopoeia. Oh, come on!
It is just a bear. Bear.
I see an M55 not seeing me. And something else
Great,
just
there is-
shot. I'm trying to get up this hill before I get killed and before he kills any of my friends. Okay. Oh, he's moving, so I gotta move up. Okay. And
I'm getting
boom.
off of this hill. This is a suicide spot.
I got one of them. I don't know if that was the dangerous one or not, but I got one of them.
There's a second one in your direction, or?
I don't know. I'm not seeing anybody else, but I figure they're here.
But I do hear an airplane that's coming towards you.
And he hit a tree, it looked like.
I'm pushing up towards A to at least B cap.
Okay, yeah, that'd be useful. I'm trying to cover from over here. I'd like to get my good fishing hole spot if I can. So I just got shot at and missed. I'm gonna race down and race up and see if I can kill the guy coming out of spawn before he can get to cover.
Dino, where did you get fired at? Oh,
I don't.
what's up? That's
I see
There's a bad guy right in front of me, but I can't see him because the tree is in the way.
KV2 has just had its teeth pulled, took out its gun, it's backing up, and KV2 dead. There's something else that shot at me, I don't know what happened to it.
KV1, I don't know which version. Right there, KV1.
Boom, Japanese, damaged. Reload, fire. Boom, oh, it's, loader gone. Another hit. Engine fire. Hello. ARL. Sighted turret. Oh, damn. Missed this turret.
KV1.
Okay.
What's the French AA gun?
Now ARL out here as well. Okay, let's kill him.
One.
Oh shit!
There's a T-34 coming towards A.
Another hit.
Touch him.
Got his turret ring, but he's looking right at me. Oh,
Got him.
And got him.
Where did he?
Okay, I'm getting shot at. Oh, right over there. Okay. Oh shit! I can't move. Let's undo that so I can move. Alright. They're dropping artillery on me. We're coming back for more. And my hits are hit. No damage. This gun is good, but not good enough for that. Dropped a tree in front of me. I can't see. Don't know if it was planned or.
Dino, that is a really ambitious idea.
Oh damn it! I can't see this tree. Oh come on! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Oh, hello T-34. You died. This machine gun, the AA. Gotta get the gunner. The gunner went down. I hit the dirt. I gotta oh damn. I gotta repair. And I can't swing over after Sherman. Be careful, there's a Sherman up there you just got. Good. There's also a BTR 152 AA gun up there as well. Somebody may get him with their artillery. Okay, I can maneuver again.
I have to get used to cannon sounds.
And Dino is killing them where they hatch.
Yeah, your spawn camping, Dino.
Not really, seeing as I wasn't actually killing anyone who spawned. I killed the people who were fighting through that.
Well, you're near the spawn, and they expect
Yes,
you to
I
save
am,
that
but
spawn.
spawn camping is when you kill people in the spawn, and I wasn't killing anyone in the spawn.
Yeah, you spawn camp them outside of their spawn, you know?
Besides, camping says I wait somewhere for them to spawn, and that's not what I did. I was
Yeah, you
fighting
did.
them
You
as they
waited right
spawned.
in front of them.
No, I moved in front of them. I didn't
Yeah,
kill
and then you
anyone.
waited.
No, I didn't wait. I immediately engaged the people who were already there and fighting.
Sure.
Besides, this is War Thunder. Everyone spawn camps. Everyone.
Well, that's the point. I mean, look, people. You look at the map. We've killed everything out on the map, so all that's left is go to the spawn and Arnold got him before I did.
We must all retreat to our spawn so that the enemy has a chance again.
No,
Yeah.
I got bombed.
So
I
we
got
can
bombed.
have a fun game of War Thunder. A balanced game of War Thunder.
Yeah, no, there is no such thing as a balanced game of War Thunder. It's usually either you steamroll the enemy or the enemy steamrolls you.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless
There
you
is
kill
no
the
middle
person
ground.
that kills them.
Aha! I have found you. Now you must die.
Kill the damn eggs.
There is a tank coming towards you, Arno. Coming from their spawn. From my spawn.
Oh, there it is. There's one.
But I believe, gentlemen, this is called Blitzkrieg.
Well, it isn't called Sitzkrieg for an...
Well, technically it is Blitzkrieg, seeing as we're all probably sitting down in like a chair or something, but...
Haha.
That was an error of 44.
Nice.
Yes.
First match in quite a bit and second place. Wow.
Very good.
That was nice. 5 kills to 1 death.
Yeah, we did well.
You were even better than I
Jan,
was.
Dino, and I don't know. We were all in the top half of the.
Yeah.
I got a trophy. Will it be something useful or will it be shit? It will be.
Shit.
Yes.
Of course.
Well, what did you get?
It was alright. I got a bunch of backup vehicles, so not the worst thing possible.
Okay, one more match at this BR, and then we may try 5-3.
Roger.
So as soon as Jan can figure out
Yeah.
his lineup, we can go.
No, I was not
Yes,
configuring
Jan.
my lineup. I was just grabbing something. So.
All right.
And it's and it's getting slowly more cold.
So is Twitch really killing itself? You guys think, or
Yes.
Apps.
because yesterday I saw and heard about. I'd heard the name before, but the sort of I guess you can call it a sexual attack of Emaru at TwitchCon.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
that attack was more. It was the same thing of there was like a Japanese girl that was stabbed because she got into a very bad side of someone.
Right. Now this wasn't violent in that way, but it was an
No.
official Twitch event that they should have been providing proper security.
I mean, didn't they actively disallow her to bring her own security?
Well,
Yeah,
from
because he pushed them
I
away.
I watched Asmongold's reaction to her live stream afterwards, and I gather it was her favorite security guy had been banned for grabbing somebody else who was becoming overly enthusiastic.
Because what I
In a previous
I pretty
event.
much have very little, but what I heard is that that's the guy that got banned, but you got a different guy, but that guy was also not allowed in. for some
Well, no,
reason.
he was actually there, but he was like the
Oh.
only immediate security, but still sort of standing back. And this guy penetrated all other security levels without. I mean, he got into, he had a badge to go to TwitchCon. Just so you know, I have gone to a TwitchCon here, in the LA area in Long Beach, but that was, years ago, 5-6 years ago.
Hard grab front.
And so, and I just basically, because I didn't care about any of the streamers, I just went to the
Non-penetration.
coming
Is
up,
this
I'm
a
coming
joke?
Up, I'm coming up.
Guys, watch
I
out, there's
fired and
already
missed.
there.
I fired and missed. He
It's-
maybe knows I'm here. I'm right behind him. I'm touching him, and unfortunately, he got you before I killed him. Damn.
Yeah, but I mean that was clear.
Damn it,
I
get out
hit
of there, there's
him.
already falling.
I hit him in the turret, and it just went plonk.
Right. Well, he died.
That was that was typical War Thunder.
Yeah. So, I was
By
going
all
to the.
rights, you should have destroyed him, but
Yeah.
you hit him in
But
such a
I-
way that.
Yeah, I think Twitch was already like.
Oh,
cooked when
this isn't the only thing. There's a lot of things that they're doing that are harming the platform, as far as I can
Yeah.
tell, and from hearing about people. So, okay, so you
Have
guys,
you considered switching over to Kick?
I have.
It should be a lot better if you manage to get a partner, but I don't think. Oh,
Right, like I say, I do have a Kick account. I used to stream on it. It's just my life not being as well organized as it should, that I've just sort of since I started restreaming again, only really worried about Twitch and YouTube. I have fewer viewers than I used to, just because a lot of people got out of the habit of watching me, and they probably don't even know. Many of them don't even know I'm probably back to streaming. But so I'm down both on YouTube and Twitch.
that was dirty. What I did to that fucking D44.
But even before, when I was on Kick, I was getting like virtually no views on Kick. I don't know what it would be now if I come back. But my question is that you agree that Twitch is maybe dying here. Hello, Cosmin. How you doing?
Yeah.
What are people going to do next? What are all these Twitch people that I think
Well,
my
move
stream
over to
is
Kick,
better
I
on
think.
YouTube, but they still watch me on Twitch, interact with me on Twitch? Are they going to move to Kick, or what are they going to do when Twitch really does implode?
Well, I don't know.
Are they going to stop watching streams? Is it they just get out of the habit, or what do you guys think? Jan says he doesn't know, which is very valid, because I'm sure we don't know, but I'm just looking for speculation, because
I think there's more.
okay, let's
There
see.
are now
Oh, don't
like
need to
Twitch
save,
rivals that could
Well,
take
I'm
over.
very heavily damaged. None of my crew is dead, but I'm with my behind to the enemy spawn.
Well, I'm coming here
Because
to
my
deal with-
initial hit did not, for some reason, take out the flimsy little AA tank. So he managed to knock out both my tracks and my gun. But I'm repaired now.
Well, good.
And my armor did its job, and my crew is perfectly fine. No one is even slightly hurt.
Just chilling. Oh, I'm doing great. Because, because like I say, I'm live right now on YouTube and Twitch. I can see both chats. Because you got a M44 coming. Oop, and I missed him. He's coming around right around behind the buildings. He'll be popping out for you soon. Do you know? But he'll behind you. He'll be behind you. Watch. I mean, like 180 degrees behind you is when he comes out around.
There you are. Thanks.
Well, let me continue my
Sure.
bit of,
Okay. Yeah.
of
Yeah.
what I thought.
Okay. Coming up.
There are
coming up.
more Twitch competitors, but as they grow
Got 'em.
bigger, their spotlight grows.
Right.
And such, they need to also get that Twitch TOS. But
Alright, I was killed by T-34.
Right.
and such, so it might be just continuously jumping off and jumping on. Or Amazon may step in, helping. I got the gunner crew
Okay.
of the
He's
T-44.
He's backed up. My round hit a pillar and blew it before it got anywhere near him. Well, see, like I say, technologically, I think YouTube has a as good, if not better, platform for live streaming. But the sort of culture, shall we say, of people just used to being on Twitch is such that people still come there. And habits are what drive a lot of these things. So I don't doubt that there are competitors, but will people type in Kick or bookmark Kick or however you know, instead of Twitch and just move over there?
I think they will do that.
Okay. And see, I also wonder how much is it the competitiveness.
Because you also gotta ask the streamers themselves that question. Like, what are you going to do once Twitch kicks the bed?
Right.
And to what platforms are you going to go? And that is then Kick or
Well,
some
how,
other.
how much do you
or
think?
YouTube.
How much do you think is it the platform, or how much do you think it's the creators? You know, will
I think it's more the creators than the platform.
Okay, so it's not just people getting on Twitch and wanting to see who's streaming, and you know, whether it's Asmongold or Emaru or whoever the hell, Hassan in the political sphere. It's they want to find their specific creator. You think it's more of that? Okay.
Yeah. Like,
because
it is
I
kind of
will give, in my opinion, counter evidence in that I think. Well, okay, Antar Antics, I think is the first time I've seen him here, and I don't know if it's IM or I4Emma or 14 Ma. They're new here, and they both found me on Twitch, which is great. But I have a lot of people like Jamnuska and other routine viewers that only find me, and they can know that I'm on YouTube, but they always watch me on Twitch. So, and I think because some of
there's a tank right over there, by the way.
Okay.
It's a
turn around.
heavily damaged American.
Okay. Good to know. We'll look for it. Because they also watch some of my friends and colleagues that stream on Slitherine, but also stream for themselves. Similar sort of content. I think they also watch them on Twitch, and so they're just cruising around Twitch and going, who to watch now? Oh, Gamer's on, so let's watch that, as opposed to looking for me because they're specifically looking for me. They're just who's on that they like, and that's and in no way am I trying to say that I'm so impressive that they'll seek me out whenever I am. It's just what good TV's on now, and I'm one of the good enough, interesting enough people for them to watch. And that I'm very happy with that kind of reaction. So those people.
Gamer?
What?
5-3?
Yes, 5-3. Let's jump up to 5-3. Let's try 5-3. That gets us the Panther D, the Nashorn. If you have, well, you also have down at 5-0 the VK 3002M, the prototype Panther.
Yeah, there we go.
And I have this very, very rare tank that I actually got in, what was it? I think it was, yeah, I got it gambling. With the Silver Lions thing. I actually got one that was damned rare. So yeah, I just, people's habits.
Yeah, but then I will also make a counterpoint that
Please do.
that due to most of your friends streaming on Twitch, then it's a objectively better idea just to watch Twitch. And if like you and Silverine and all your other friends move over to
Das
Kick,
Tactic
then
and
it's more attentive to watch it on Kick. Like
I'll agree with you, and I'm relatively sure that if enough of the creators, and obviously this small sort of military wargaming niche is a small niche on Twitch. You'll get much more VTubers and hot tub streamers and whatever else that make up a huge greater volume of viewers. If enough of them move to a single platform, I will agree that the people will find their way there, because either the creators will have the time to advertise that they're moving off, or if there's a crash out, people will then like if Twitch were shut down next week because Amazon says this is too many fucking problems, we're killing it, and it's not making money or whatever, and we'll kill it.
Well, Twitch was never making money.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying they decide that they they want to kill it. And part of what my understanding, part of what Amazon wanted when they bought Twitch, part of it was they wanted the code that makes Twitch run for streaming, and that's what Kick uses. They license the code and use it from Amazon as a competitor. And also part of it was an advertisement venue for Amazon products, but I guess that hasn't worked out maybe as well as they had hoped. Okay, well, I'm going to go north along the left side of the map. So that's where I'm starting. And
they really redesigned this map.
And I'm coming into Panther D. Yes,
or they made the map more detailed.
Yeah, it's more of a. I think the design is functionally the same. I'm sure there's detailed changes to it in the actual effective part of map, but it's also as much about graphical changes.
Yeah. No, I looked straight on the map and I thought this does look like a lot of difference.
Okay. Mr. M55 wants to push his way through.
Nice, we have Panther D, Panther D, Panther D, and KW1C 756 Russisch.
Yes, whatever that is.
Sure.
I think Dino's having a stroke.
Ich spreche Deutsch.
Yeah,
Deutsch.
That's having a stroke. Yes.
Yes.
Is there a difference?
Because you need to be as precise as possible. So that's basically having a stroke.
Okay, got him. Yay. I survived. He
In
died.
that case, I always have a stroke because I'm bloody autistic.
Yes.
Well, that's a you problem.
Mm.
I think it's more of a you problem that you do not
Oh,
understand
up on the hill above you guys. Above you, up on the hill.
On the hill.
Yeah, shot down. He's on the reverse slope there, looking down at us.
Yeah, well, I can't see him.
Yeah.
I'm currently because I'm repairing the weird stubby little artillery piece.
Yeah, I'm mostly shouting it out to Arno and I guess Jan, who's coming up behind me, or whoever it is behind me. I'm going to put artillery on the hill as soon as I get properly spawned in. Okay, artillery coming on that hill. But if they don't, if all the different creators don't all go to kick or one other.
What? I was killed by artillery.
Then they will try YouTube.
Looked
I
like
think.
killed by your own artillery, it looks like.
No, not my own artillery because I didn't use artillery.
Well, I didn't see a designated shooter.
Yes,
of that,
I have no idea what happened, but I didn't use artillery.
Okay, I believe you. Unless you
I
somehow
just randomly
kicked it.
exploded, and the game said it was artillery.
Wow.
But I didn't use artillery. So
I
I'm
believe
just
you.
Incredibly confused.
Okay. Rush towards the
Alright,
come here.
back out.
Get under his guns.
Oh, that is dangerous.
Okay, I'm able to see what the dangerous thing is.
Ah, that was it.
Okay, well
That
that's
was-
a different thing, but
It was the. Let me get what's it again?
Jackson. I got the Jackson,
No, it
and
was
an
not the
M44
Jackson.
got me because I wasn't looking in the right direction.
It was a
Oh god, I missed.
Soviet 122.
I missed. Shit. Die.
Or Chinese
Come
version.
on, that did nothing. What is this nonsense?
Well, you can fly in a plane if you want. I still do not understand why they did not nerf the fucking planes, like spawn point wise. Like, if you need like 2 kills, then holy shit, yeah, then I think it will be a lot more or those.
Well, I just got killed by aircraft. I'm going to speculate here, and I do not know, but I think it's because that this is War Thunder, in the title Thunder, and you know, in the sky, you know, airplane engines, etc. That this started out and is still a legacy air battle game that they still mostly look at air as their main player
I'm
base.
Of this round.
Okay, assisted with that one. Jan got him
Oh,
though,
goodbye.
and we both blew up.
No, I did not even blow up.
No, I did.
Yeah.
I totally blew up. So they first, you know, I am sure that there would be more tank players if they had a mode without aircraft. I'm not sure that Lum would still be playing, but he would more likely be playing because he and Toyjet and others, I think, partially have quit.
Oh, that was fucking. So sorry, gamer. I
Yeah.
just shot a pilot out of the air.
Well, very good. Wish I captured that on camera, as it were. But would would be playing, and it's like the other day. I think I was maybe at 7-0 or 7-7. I forget what it was. I know there was a mouse on the field, but that doesn't mean that I was at that BR. And I get killed by this helicopter that's way back. It's firing missiles at me. It's a early 60s or late 50s, whatever. I forget the. And
The
it's
Cobra or.
well, no, it's not even that. No, it's a big old helicopter. I forget the. Don't
Ah,
remember
like
name.
the battle bus fucking thing.
Yeah, but whatever it is, and it's mounted with missiles, and it's way back, and it's killing me with missiles that are totally outside of any of my AA gun ranges. So I have no chance of killing this thing, and it's just hovering out there, shooting missiles at me. And I know I came in at whatever BR, again it was 7 or higher, but I know I came in as a full up tier, so whether that was an 8.0 or an 8.7 or I don't know, possibly. So they've got this thing that's flying around up there that I only have anti-aircraft guns at that BR that I have, no anti-air missiles, and unless I was specifically had in my lineup, which I didn't, a fighter craft or something to go into. There's no way I can shoot this helicopter down, and he can shoot all of his he can pop up from whatever his airbase is, hover there, shoot his missiles, go down, reload, pop up, and he's basically invulnerable to me. Again, there might be some other air-to-air missile fighter craft, if there were any up, that could shoot them down, but that would require somebody to have them up, and it would require me to want to play air, but I obviously don't because I want to play ground. So that once that happened, I jumped back down to I think it was 5.7 or 6.0 or whatever, and go, okay, yeah, no, I'm not going, that's too high for me. And so that's killing it. And that's me putting up with air attacks still. And I can have fun, shooting down World War II era planes with anti-aircraft guns, because I have, unless it's a super high flying, bomber or something, I can generally, they're in engagement ranges that I can hit if they're going to be able to bomb me. So
Target here for air.
Okay, I'm dropping artillery on that mark.
He's moving up.
Well, the artillery's coming at the old mark, however close, I don't know. So
He's now moving back again.
So I don't know. I'm sure that there are people that have been frustrated out of this game because a lack of a ground-only mode. But I also think if they did a ground-only mode, combined battles would die rapidly, because you would only have people that want to specifically kill human, not bots, but human live ground targets. So they would all make their first kills, and then everyone would jump in the aircraft, and then it would just be like playing,
Oh, that's brutal.
Very good, Jan. It would be just like playing air-to-air battles. So there would be no point to the. How are you taking out 2 of them?
Yeah, but I got shot down by the M50, the SFR.
Yes. So now War Thunder is planning on adding infantry, but fortunately they are making it a different mode. So if the infantry makes the game suck, well, we can still do what we currently do.
Yeah, but it is just the problem. I do not really care about the airplanes. It's just how available it is to get it.
Well,
that's the problem.
And that's sort of the problem is. Hello, Eric.
Hey, Eric.
It's that it's
Hello.
too easy to get them, and so there's too many. It's not like an occasional aircraft comes in that somebody achieves. I would very much consider, and maybe it wouldn't be fun, but I would make heavy tanks cost enough that you're not going to get them at spawn in, and make them that they'll become even more dominant, sure, maybe too dominant at whatever BRs, but so that the idea is you you start in a medium or light vehicle, and if you earn enough spawn points, you can come back in a heavy tank. That's what I would do, but again, that may not be fun, because those that make it would just have heavy tanks and dominate everybody else. People only get 1 or 2 kills before they die, is maybe not enough to come in a heavy, and then the heavies would just come in and just kill everything. That could be the problem. So I recognize that my idea may not actually work out in reality as being a good change, but I would at least like to see them try that, so that heavy tanks actually mean something. Because right now, the way the BR system works, a heavy tank or a Panther, because they'll be rated very similar or whatever, and what's the point of a heavy tank? Well, it's a heavy tank, yeah, but it has just as much armor as the medium tank at the same BR. The medium tank also has artillery, and so yeah, I get game balancing, but why have a distinction for heavy and medium tanks if they are BR balanced to the same vehicle?
I think it's kind of like an archaic thing.
Okay.
So how has everyone been?
I've been well. Let's see. Well, just a second here.
Doing fine.
Altar Antic says, also gamer been wanting to ask, do you like Advanced Wars? I don't know what Advanced Wars is, as they have been a new inspired game on Steam called Apes Warfare, and it's a ton of fun and have multiplayer. No, I've not checked that. I don't know what that is. Not just that I haven't played it. I don't even actually know what it is. See how in touch with things I am. I have no idea. So how are you doing, Eric?
I'm great. Someone might be offering a 1912 carbine to me. I had like a looking to buy post out, and the guy's like, I got one that I'm thinking of getting rid of, but I really want to trade originally, he said. Like, do you have any of the more special crag models? I'm like, sadly, I'm quite early in my collector's journey.
Right.
So I had this, and that, and he's like, no worries, we can take a look at it when I get back home, he said. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to just buy it straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, it's one of my 2 wish lists right now. Like, on my main, like, closest goals for my collection is a 1912 carbine and a 1934 officer's uniform.
Very approachable strategy.
Ooh, fancy.
Okay, well.
I got offered a 1934 coat, though, but it wasn't the same. And I didn't want to... I actually said no to it, which is quite rare for me to do.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of willpower then.
Yes.
Yeah. But things get expensive.
Oh yeah, especially like anything 1934 uniform style is expensive. So.
The same map, but from the other side. Okay. Same, but sort of opposite plan. Move down the left side instead of up the left side.
Let's go Nashorn. But how I saw the picture of the tank, like the new picture. How did you find that?
It came up in a Facebook page. It was for sale in a German militaria thing, so probably like a war bounty or something, or like a booty, I've already removed the watermark for it, so it's pretty nice. But now we finally know what says on the side of it. So, we know.
Oh yeah.
Because we've always wondered what the heck it says, and now we finally know. So, it's a great, nice, high quality. It's basically it's Akershus, which is like the Oslo area, Dragoon Regiment, and number 1. So, and then it has the Royal Crest, or like the Royal Crest, but the coat of arms on it as well. So. It's great. So.
Yeah, sounds. And it's kind of weird, yeah, on the Facebook.
It's on a closed group though, so.
I see.
But even still.
Oh.
By the way, did you hear that apparently the Louvre was robbed?
No.
The Louvre?
Haven't heard. What did they take?
Apparently, a bunch of people broke into the Louvre and allegedly robbed the Napoleonic section.
It says here jewels.
Okay.
Thieves' Hut continues for thieves
Napoleonic. Ah.
after priceless jewels stolen in heist in Louvre Museum in broad daylight. Oh yeah, the jewels were Napoleon's, and his crown has been destroyed apparently, or it has been damaged.
So no Bonaparte anymore.
Yeah, it says here. Yeah, one of the crowns covered in 1,354 diamonds was found in the streets of Paris, damaged.
Jeez.
Oh,
It was
good.
not okay. I have more here info. It's not Napoleon's crown. It's his what's her name? Eugene. Oh, fuck, how do you pronounce
Josephine?
that?
Or
Yeah, no, yeah, the wife for Napoleon III.
Napoleon III.
Yeah. According to news sources, the crown was thrown away in the street while they were running away, apparently. So.
Well,
So they must have other.
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Yeah. Still not
Bit
a
of a
tragedy.
waste, but what do you expect? It's French.
well,
Well,
I don't,
isn't it-
I don't know that it's French, that the lack of security. I don't know if that's, you can blame the French for that, and we, at least at the moment, unless somebody, well, maybe because they haven't said, we know it's not white people, because that's the one people that they, would tell us who did it, if they have an idea. I don't know, but that is more than your normal crime of an refugee would normally be doing.
I mean, charging into like broad daylight the Louvre.
The Louvre.
Yeah, but that still takes a bit more planning and a bit more, because you got to realize stealing the stuff may or may not be hard, and I'm guessing that with this happening, the crown jewels of Britain, and it's been a long time since I saw the display, but they're behind bulletproof glass, so you can't just come in with hammers and smash. You're not just, it's not going to be like your usual jewel store smash and grab robbery. I'm not saying it's impossible that somebody with the right prep wouldn't.
The real question is now, who found that crown, and did they pick it up with a sword?
Right. And so I don't know if that quite.
That
counts.
is what Napoleon said. He found the crown of France in the gutter. He
Right.
picked it up with his sword.
Right.
Yeah, but
And they found the crown in
it's
the
not
gutter.
ready up with how many French the government of France have fallen. They're still not ready for
Rush to the point here and see if I can survive long.
the
enough
other for monarchy.
Oop. Nope, didn't get to decap it, I don't think.
Oh, that one was dirty. That shot.
Like I was starting to
Great.
say, it's often not so much the stealing of the thing; it's how to turn it into money.
Yeah, that
Because
that is
you
the-
got to have somebody who's willing to buy all those diamonds, or somebody who is wanting to actually buy
interested
the
in private collection.
well, or somebody who has enough money in private collections that want it together. Because either you take the jewelry and you destroy it and take it apart and then just sell the the components to then somebody puts it into a more modern setting or whatever, or you have, like you say, Jan, a collector who wants the crown of Napoleon's wife or something, and obviously he won't be able to show it, but he'll have it. So, but I could not know who to go sell any of that stuff to. I might be able to figure out you know, if I pay enough attention and study up, I might be able to figure out how to steal some of this stuff, you know, what it would need to break into a place. Whether I'd be successful or not, I don't know. But I mean, because I may miss some burglar alarm or think that I have 2 minutes to, you know, get out of the building successfully and drive away before they, you know, get there, and I only have 30 seconds or something. Not saying I'm in any way, I've never stolen anything like that, but I just think I have.
If you were to organize it,
there's a challenger right
yeah,
close to you.
And you know, not here on, definitely not in public, but not here on.
Behind you.
On.
Where?
Right behind you.
I can't move.
I'll see if I can maybe. I don't have many bombs, but I can see if I can maybe try to. It's too late.
Or you know, I wouldn't organize it on Discord or something, but you know,
something got him.
You have been avenged. Yana got him.
If the 5 of us were close enough to meet in person, yeah, I might be able to organize us up to go rob a place, and I think I might be able to successfully do that. But I have no way. I'm not in any way knowing a fence who would, you know, give us any real money for the objects, and you know, I'm sure I could find some local, you know, scumbag pawn shop fence kind of guy, but he wouldn't give us anywhere near the real value of this stuff. He'd, you know, it'd be literally pennies on the dollar.
Be haggling.
Well, no, he'd just go, no, I'm $2,000, but it's worth $5 million. Yeah, $2,000 or get the fuck out of here. I'll call the police. You know, unless it's somebody like that, I have no way of finding that, and I of course would have no way of thinking I could approach some collector, because why would I presume that the collector wouldn't tell me, yeah, I'll do this, and then again call the authorities, because he's a collector, but he's not, you know, somebody who's wanting to buy stolen, you know, stuff. Hello, Mr. Bad Gamer. Use Tiger Tank. Well, I did.
Gamer, there's someone right on my tail. Maybe you can.
Let's see. I'm looking at you. I don't see him. Oh, I see him. Okay. I shot at him.
Oh,
Didn't hit him.
I'll keep the stream up, but I'm gonna skedaddle for now. Tomorrow I'm gonna get my car ready, so for like a EU inspection thing. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Fucking death to the EU, man. All right, guys, take care. Bye bye.
Sure.
Wow. Leaves.
Okay. Hit the guy behind you, though. He's still following you. Severe damage. The guy's off your ass.
Oh.
Very good.
Finished.
Cut it.
I am popping off today. Like
Well,
9
good.
Cut off
kills.
his wing. That was good. Good work.
Yes.
Good work. But I'm damaged now. I think I'll head back to
use
the airfield.
the Tiger Tank again next mission. The Bad Gamer. I have a very, very special Tiger Tank.
That incredibly rare Porsche model, I believe.
Yes,
Like
incredibly.
Porsche
rare.
prototype.
Yes. So, so that's what any sort of jewelry or you know, collectible painting or something, you know, who's going to buy the Mona Lisa? And who what?
You?
Me? No, I don't have
Yeah.
any money for it. I'll give you $10
Yes, you
for
do.
it, and I'll make more in turning it in for the reward. But you know, it's.
I mean, see, that's the logic. You steal the Mona Lisa, or you get people, and then you turn it back in, pretend that you have found it somewhere.
Well, no. What you do is you commission the guys, maybe indirectly, but you commission the guys to go steal the Mona Lisa, and then when they turn it over to you, you claim, well, I was approached by it, you know, by the thieves, and I gave them some money for it because I was going to return it to the French national authorities. You claim to be, well, yeah, I mean, they knew I was wealthy and they knew I loved painting, so they offered it to me, and you know, and maybe even then you drop the dime for the reward, so you don't even have to pay the thieves any of the money. So you just put it through sort of a, you know, a loop of things. You just get the reward money.
Well, I'm gonna be dead because I pushed up way too far.
Okay, dropping artillery on that one guy.
Hey, Niagara.
Hey, Niagara.
Guten Tag, Niagara.
Hola, señores.
This is not my German guy.
Well, I don't know.
Niagara,
Do we speak Spanish on this channel? I don't know about that.
He's decided he is in fact one of the lost Habsburgs and decided to reclaim the entire empire.
No, I'll tell you what he's really
fuck
doing.
off.
I'll tell you what he's really doing. He's learning Spanish so he can sneak into America and pretend to be a Mexican immigrant. Because if they thought he
Or
was German,
somewhere
they would send him home. But you know, he's going to dye his skin brown and speak Spanish and
You're gonna do blackface?
well, brown face.
No, that's brown face. That's brown
Yes.
face. And besides, there are Spanish people who, like Mexican people, who have light skin. So
There you go.
Well, there are a few of those, but my cousin, she is as white as I am, and she speaks rather good Spanish. And
Hola.
for most car rental companies, the people, you know, you see the people in like the shirt and ties behind the counter and all that at the office. They also have to clean up the cars. So they go through the car, you know, vacuum it up, wash the cars, whatever. Well, she happened and was working for a car company, but she happened to work in an office all by herself, actually down near the Queen Mary in Long Beach. And it was actually it was near where the ferry that goes back and forth to Catalina would go. So a lot of people who lived on Catalina who didn't own cars would, and it was part of their business for that location, would come and then get a rental car for the day in LA or whatever, and then, you know, turn it back in and take the ferry back to Catalina, because there are people living out there, and there's virtually no cars out there. There's like golf carts and other sort of small electric vehicles on Catalina Island, but very few cars. They exist, but they're, like I say, very few. So she worked in that office basically alone. So they set up for her, instead of she had to clean up the car, she would take it to a local car wash, and in sort of downtown Long Beach, when it was a bit safer to go down there. And of course, it was all Mexicans working at the place, and they would act not just like a drive-through car wash that does it. They'd actually, you know, she'd get out of it, and they would, you know, clean the inside up and do whatever. Well, she would speak with them in Spanish, and they kept asking her where was she from, and she refused to tell them. They eventually figured it out, that she was from Argentina. So to the Mexicans at least, she spoke Spanish, what they presumed. I don't know if it was anything like the Spanish of Argentina, but it was more sophisticated Spanish than the Spanglish the Mexicans speak. And she was, you know, again, super actually white. So they figured out that she was, you know, the idea of some sort of person with a, you know, German background from in Argentina.
What I was about to say, like, this is the perfect Aryan specimen, but she speaks Spanish. She must be Argentinian.
Exactly. So that was her thing, and so she just sort of rolled with it, and never fessed up to actually being a local Californian who just studied Spanish well enough and had a vocabulary and accent and dialogue that would fool natural Spanish speakers into thinking that she was Spanish as her first language, whether she also spoke English or not was that. But yeah, so yeah, you can be a white person from South America for sure. But I don't know if those are the type of people the Obama people want in America or not, because I thought they were trying to brown America. The browning of America is one of the like article headlines way back, 10, 15 years ago or something.
Yes. But only the brown skins, not the brown shirts. Those they don't like.
Right, yes.
That would be a very different kind of brown.
Yes.
Generally being identified by the color of your shirt is not the best idea. Brown shirts, Nazis. Black shirts, fascists. Red shirts, they die.
Yes. Yes, that is very true.
I think I carried this game, to be honest.
Yep, you did. I mean, I'm patrolling up here, but they're just not spawning any aircraft. So
I'm gonna move up and hopefully take the point or something.
and I also don't see shit. Now there's an enemy air. No, it's a Churchill. What the fuck?
No, you got shot by AA.
Ah, all right. An invisible AA. That's great. Oh well.
Also, did they fuck up with the view site? Because it is lower than I thought.
I don't know.
Like I could see the barrel if I press shift.
Could use some help on B.
I'm moving
Wait,
up to
isn't
B.
there like a
Oh no, I'm
setting
moving.
for
You
that?
got enemies
There's
there
a
on B?
big one coming.
No, that is more to the side. But this is
Okay, well I've just got AA. Let's see if that's anywhere effective here with RNO dying. I see an enemy. I see his machine gun at least. So I get around behind him and mess with him a bit. There is an enemy here. Oh, he's looking at me. And he killed me, and I got his optic. But he's coming back in. Okay, well, Ostwind.
Nicht den Optiker.
Yeah,
hat den Optiker getötet.
But that doesn't seem to limit their ability to use sights. Yeah. You ever play Heroes of Might and Magic series? No, I don't think I have.
I have never played. I have played Dark Messiah of Might and Magic.
That's an entirely different game.
It is, but it's from the same people.
Yes, but it is an entirely different game and a
Yes.
whole different genre.
Yes, it is. It's a first-person action adventure RPG.
Yeah.
Well, light on the RPG element. It's mostly an action adventure, and one of the best action adventures like ever, in my opinion.
Because
Like,
of
it's
the
rather
physics.
Oh yes, the physics of the combat is so much fun. It's rather short, but it is, in terms of what you can do, amazing. And even visually, it's fairly old, but it still looks great for the most part.
Well, I tracked
How
the
are you
Churchill.
dealing with the KV1 on B?
I'm not, because I can't move.
No.
I was dealing with an Italian assault gun. Not
Which I
a,
got.
Oh, good, you got him at least. That's good.
Where's the KV1?
Well, maybe not the KV1, but there is a KV1. Where I marked. He's looking. He shot me. Right there.
Yeah, I know.
I'll drop Artie on that mark.
I got hit by a
He
Turon.
shot at me, and he missed.
Alright, knocked out his turrets, his
Okay.
crew, his gun, everything.
That's good. Then I'm gonna push up. Or
Game?
Spectator mode. We're looks like we're done. Aren't now, right? Do we have anybody left alive here? Yes. Okay. That's Dino and Jagdpanzer here.
Good job.
We should just kill all the enemies in the Jagdpanzer.
Now just don't fall
not at
victim
Churchill.
to friendly fire.
There is a Churchill out there, so be careful, Jan. Unless you just killed it.
I got killed by that Churchill. There it is.
Okay.
Dropped Artie on it.
Oh, that's a Turan.
Yeah,
Turan.
Turon is what killed
No, that
me.
is not a Turan, that was a Turan.
Okay, so just worry
Ah,
about the
fine.
Churchill there.
Yeah, the Churchill is pushing me up.
Yeah, I don't know why you're running away from it, but okay.
Well, I want to be in a better position so he does not shoot my underplate.
Okay, he's getting fired at. So
Yeah.
He can see your underplates. How lewd.
Yes.
whoever
Step
was
tank,
firing-
what are you doing?
Okay, he's getting fired at again. He's ignoring it and looking at you. He's pushing up.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Yeah. He's decided to fire his machine
I'm
gun.
going to hold this point and I'm going to recapture B. For the glory of the Reich.
Oh, good.
Well, we have 50 seconds, so we need to actually push him.
Well, we're
All
not.
right.
We're not gonna turn this around. Okay, he fired, even though he's gonna have a quick reload. Get up and kill him.
Shit.
Where did it
Revenge.
come from?
He got my gun breach. I
there.
thought it was.
He's covered in bushes.
Yeah,
sorry
well,
to become
British
funny.
tanks have a pretty quick reload. You gotta really move quick.
Well, I
Yeah.
got distracted.
yeah, I got his barrel, but
Good.
I destroyed my gun breach.
Well, if you got his barrel, then you're safe for 15 seconds. Because he's not stopping to repair. He's just wiggling.
Yeah. He knocked
Yeah,
me out in just
he thinks.
the way that I could do nothing.
Uh,
It was a Lithuanian Firefly, or at least a long barrel Sherman.
Oh, God.
17 kills.
Oh, wow.
I did well.
Jan.
I think that is more than well. Congratulations.
Yes, that is spectacular.
You are hereby being awarded the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross.
Yes.
I'm going to save that replay.
Do that. Do that. And even with that, we still couldn't win. Our team really sucked. I sucked that mission. I got shut out.
Yeah, I also sucked. Not terribly bad, as I did get the full, more than a few kills, but I wasn't good either. I was mediocre.
Yeah, right.
So all of our skill and luck and everything went to Jan. Okay.
So, so we are like the German Navy, where like one ship absorbs all the luck of the others.
And which ship did it get to?
What?
The Bismarck.
No, the Bismarck didn't have any luck at
Oh.
all, really. Like the lucky ship in World War II would be Prinz Eugen.
Yeah, I can see that.
In,
Gamer, where to go?
I'm going to go north. Starting in the upper one, go north,
And in
Unicolor
World War
camouflage.
One, there would actually be multiple ones, but the main ones would be Derflinger and Seydlitz. But it's generally not like though to be fair, it's generally not of all ships, but all the ships of their class. Like one ship of a certain class gets all the luck, and the others are screwed. It would
Okay.
be like specifically, it would be like in World War II, it would be Prinz Eugen, and in World War One, it would be Derflinger.
Okay, here's you know, I'm trying to work out, and there's other people working on this, a new understanding of humanity. I don't know if that's, you know, because I don't necessarily want to say it's a political ideology, but a description of things.
A philosophy.
Well, philosophy or whatever. And I basically said I believe we have since World War I, we have been arguing. Well, we've been arguing about formulas, and we've been treating people like cogs. So cogs and formulas is sort of what I termed that, and I think that's very descriptive and good, clear, understandable language. Now, what did we lose in World War I? How
The ruling class?
No. It's and I've been trying to explain. It's the personal connections. It's you know, formulas. Yeah, they matter. They're you know, democracy or monarchy or dictatorship, you know, or whatever. Those do have a you know, a real element to things. But I think it was more of the person, not just like and I, you know, personal talents or personal leadership of a individual, but I mean sort of the community, sort of the interaction of the people. How you know, how do you describe that element that gets lost?
Community.
Well, community.
To a certain extent, like community in the more communal sense.
Yeah, and the idea that yes, you have bureaucrats, but the bureaucrat is responsive to the people of his community because he's part of the community, and I don't know if community is a good enough word to describe what.
Like a kind of like I know what you mean. I believe like it's something that actually, interesting enough, Tolkien also talked about in some of his letters and so on. But I don't know like the that there is an actual like general word for it, like something like a kind of local trust or like
yeah, okay, local trust. That's where that's something I hadn't thought of using, but that is definitely what I'm sort of getting at.
Well, it's not really localism, but like a certain like very soft variant.
Believe in one's ability.
Well, could be, but it's the idea that, you know, sort of like, you know, and I don't know, you know, I in a way, if we just say we lost community, and that might be it. But can we come up with a better term that, you know, when I say cogs and formulas, people with a little bit of explanation would understand that and start
the human touch. The human touch.
That may be it. The human touch. We've lost the human touch in our relations with each other. We have become everything has been kind of, even things that are not industry have become industrialized. Yes, and that goes to both the cogs and the formulas in my
exactly, which is why you pretty much hit things now. To go back to the like Tolkien thing, is the world now has a minds of cogs and wheels.
Yes,
and we have essentially lost this more personal, softer, human touch in most facets of life. You can see this is how entire countries are essentially not really run as groups of people essentially, but as like almost more like
Institutions.
like factories,
yes.
like economic zones,
Because
like where people are ultimately just treated like cogs, and whenever something grows big enough, it will start being treated like cogs. A good thing would be we are playing video games here. In the past, video games used to be somewhat artistic. There still are many that are artistic now, but most of them used to be. But then they became more popular, more money could be made with them, and they became more and more industrialized. So
Formulas.
Well, see-
exactly, for you,
set up.
well, it becomes and I understand and you're not wrong with industrialized, but they become formulaic, meaning you just shit out things that meet the formula, whatever it may be, and that you think you're going to be successful because whether it's a visual formula or a mechanic formula in the game, that it's all just going to work out and and produce it. So that's okay. The human touch, we've lost the human touch with World War I, and because see boom, okay, let's repair here. I feel that a lot of people with the right sort of training and education can do a lot of stuff in society, but you could probably train most of us to be a functional doctor. I mean, and in that we could maybe not easily pass medical school, but we could probably eventually get through it. But maybe none of us would be good doctors, if you know what I mean, because especially me in disliking medical things, I would I might be able to survive and get through it, but I have near phobia of really going into medical stuff. So it would be a very uphill battle for me to succeed in that endeavor.
Well,
yes, Jan?
I'm thinking of maybe the process started when we got schools.
Well, schools
Like-
are part of the
formula
process.
and the processing.
Is
Where
it-
it really went.
yeah, I disagree with that.
I
say-
Okay. I think I got Jan's point in that, and because going through the California school system, I would tend to agree with Jan in that the school is the start of the process of creating the cogs and making everything the same. Now, I would like to hear Dino's rebuttal to that. Why you think that is not the...
All right. I don't think it's school in general. I do agree to a certain extent that it's the way school is handled nowadays. In that it is again a more kind of nationalized. Great, and I didn't pay attention now, but whatever. To be fair, that's not something I thought of too much more. That was more like a general thing that it's.
You want to have a level of education.
Yes, I generally
want?
do not. Yes, I generally believe that schools, in and of themselves, are not the problem. I think it is the way schools are essentially run, and in the way that the things that are taught, partially what is taught and how it is taught, and the way it is. Great. I'm currently not good at ordering my thoughts, so maybe
okay. And I think
Fair enough.
I think the how do I put this? the idea of going to an institution to learn is not the problem. I will 100% agree.
I would
to,
also give on that. I will also give you that.
Right. And so,
learning more into a topic, that's not the problem. It's
it's not the problem that it's that there are institutions, but I will very much contend that school failed me. To give one personal anecdote, when I was in elementary school, partway through it, and I didn't realize what was happening at the time, but I went in at the school, but had sort of a special test that was given to me, and one-on-one with a person who didn't work at the school, but worked for the school system, and lo and behold, it turned out that I passed all of the testing as high as she could possibly test me, to whatever sort of grade level that she tested me at. And I was unprepared for this. My mother, I guess, knew about this. Maybe my dad did too, but my mother knew about this before it happened. I think she either asked for it or approved to have me tested. Well, they thought I was slow. They thought I was, needed special remedial education because, and I don't think I have any of them, but the old, used to, copy books that you copy out, cursive, write, things in cursive or whatever. I was just sort of scribbling in. I wasn't, paying attention. I was sitting at the back of the classroom, and so they thought I was, mentally slow. Well, turns out I was the opposite. I was so, like I say, in their testing, I tested up as like one of the best people she had ever tested, and whatever the grade level that these tests she had available, I passed up to the highest level that she had testing materials to test me with. So I was just bored at school, and I stopped paying attention to the teacher because, again, I was bored. And to me, in elementary school, getting good grades was not a, I didn't think or understand that it would help me in life to get me into a better college or anything like you might find well institutionalized in Asia. So I was just, blowing off school. So the institutions failed me because I do have some learning disabilities. Again, I divide the world into math and not math. Math is formulas, like spelling. Spelling, I can read all kinds of words, and then once in a while, I get a word that I know perfectly well, and I know I've read it 100 times or 1,000 times. I can't spell it, and I have to look it up. Just because spelling is a formula for me. It's not where understanding language, I do very well, but that's a dynamic activity and not a formulaic activity. So, yeah, I have, that must be rough, yes. So I do have learning disabilities as well as, I think I'm pretty bright as well. But my mind, so it teaches me that my mind, that it has different talents with, okay, there is an enemy vehicle right there. And so different people's, spelling is hard, and so some people it's formulas are easy to memorize. See, I have, I can sing along to a lot of songs, but in no way could I sit here and sing them because I don't, I can't memorize them, but I sort of, if you will, instinctually know them, and when I'm listening to them, I can, I can anticipate the next line because I've listened to it enough, but I couldn't just sit here and sing anything because, again, I have this memorization difficulty. So I think the school system utterly failed me. Yeah, I made it through college. I have I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree and all that, but overall the system failed me. And so the system, because it is a system, is locked in, as opposed to having, in a modern sense, to be able to sort of like have intelligent testing, not just like the test I had, but intelligent testing to find out, this child needs to be taught in this manner. This other child needs to be taught in this other manner. Even if they're teaching the same subject matters and all of that, it's just the manner of teaching. If and at other stages may also be teaching subject matter differences too. But so that, again, schools are just formulaic in my opinion. See if I get...
Yes, and that is what I agree with. I had somewhat similar experiences. This, as again, I have stated multiple times here, I am autistic. I have Asperger's syndrome.
Right.
I also have a concentration disorder, which a lot of the time caused me to be really terrible in certain school subjects. It also doesn't help that I'm quite bad at at writing. Like, not generally writing. I actually even have a very good cursive script.
Penmanship.
It's
okay.
Yeah, quite good penmanship. My problem is that I I write words wrong fairly often. It's not so bad that I have like a form of dyslexia, and I'm particularly bad with punctuation, like when to put commas, when to, and so on. And so I also my marks in, for example, in German tended to be generally worse than they would be based on what I had written, due to the fact that I always got like a 3 or a 2, so relatively high marks for what I had written, but then I got like a 4 or a 5 for my grammar.
Right.
Which tended to push my marks quite a bit down. I'm generally bad at math for the most part, and that is what I believe one of the problems is. Classes are too big for the most part, and teachers aren't really taught how to take care of people individually.
Right.
They pretty much have, this is the stuff we need to do, everyone needs to learn this.
Right.
No buts. If someone is particularly good at something or particularly bad at something, we cannot accommodate that person. If someone is particularly good at math, then we can't really give him further him in that area because we don't have the time and the resources, and we still have to take care of the other children.
Well, I don't even think it's that. I think it's and I don't know if ideology or an ideological view is the right term, but they just have the view that it's the system. You do the system. They're not even trying. It just, maybe we could advance somebody through the system quicker, or slow somebody progress through the system down slower, because they need to either go faster or slower. But they have they don't even understand the idea that we should be teaching the class, I don't know, in 4 different ways, depending, not all at one time, but have 4 different classrooms teaching the same subject in 4 different methods that would accommodate the different, if we would group them and say in 4s, or 4 different ones that would accommodate the 4 types of learning needing to be done. I don't even think the people that organize up and run schools even think in those terms to even recognize that would be a useful thing. I think it's that level of it actually, but what do I know?
Yeah, again, I can only say from what I personally experienced, and that was a bit of a sentiment that I got from. Again, I was bullied quite heavily in school, which caused me to generally isolate myself from other people or from my group, and I actually tended to speak more with the teachers. And with multiple of the teachers that I spoke with, they kind of gave this sentiment, is that they would like to like more specifically either help or either people who are either particularly bad at something or particularly good at something, but due to the size of the classes, way too many children for like a person. The notorious lack of good teachers, and just the fact, the way they had to go through at times an absurd amount of material in an insanely short amount of time, pretty much stopped them at certain things. And then there was, of course, the things that the state also mandated, that certain things should be taught in certain ways, which also had, like, all right, this wasn't stand mandated, but also some of my teachers were just crap. Like, we
yeah,
had
sure
like we
that.
had to, like, just I sorry, but I'm going to go on a bit of a rant here.
Yeah,
We had multiple. I at like 16 could speak better English than around a third of our English teachers.
Right. Okay.
Whether it is, and one of those was notorious for always being like sick for most of the year, to the point where parents had complained to the school, were told, "Oh, it's all right. She only teaches for like in the lower grades." But then they had such a lack of teachers that she then started to teach everyone.
Right.
Of course, started to teach is a bit much, given the fact that she was barely there. Then we had a female history teacher, who at times just stated things that were complete bullshit. For example, when we were doing our brief part about World War One, she was she was pretty much doing the classical Fritz Fischer thing of like, Germany is at fault for everything. But another part of that was like, Germany didn't really experience the war because no part of the war was fought on German soil. Which, just this part is so utterly borderline heinously wrong that it is just staggering. It ignores, like, it's like, does she believe that Germany in 1914 had the same borders that Germany has now? Like,
right, yeah, and you're not wrong in what you're saying, not just in your personal experience, but and I totally get the idea of a teacher-student ratio being, what is, ideal. And I don't know that it's ideal 1-to-1, because
no, it's not.
Because a lot of people do well in certain groups. Now, you may want to get a bunch of people that have a certain type of autism together, so that they're not bullied from the outside, and they all sort of share a similar outlook. So they're all, comrades together, or something like that. But see that, and so what what you're part of what you're describing is, shall we say, a lack of resources to get good teachers in the system. And it is also what I'm trying to get at. It's not like, oh, hey, we've got Jan that may be good at math and Gamer here bad at math, and so we need to have special tutoring for me, or go slow for me, and we move Jan into the advanced class to, or advance him through it faster. No, what I'm saying is that, and it may be the same school, same teacher-student ratio, but a different method of teaching for Jan on math than the method I'm taught, teaching. So maybe the same subject, and we're getting the same end goal, but the way it's taught, the method of teaching could be different. And so I don't even think they, and the teachers you're describing, sure that we want to help the students that need help more, etc. But I don't even think they understand that, well, maybe some students do good with being lectured, and other students need
visual.
A visual. One person, is writing or speaking with just minimal visual representation up on the board, where another one needs, yes, you speak, but needs much more detailed visual, whether it's on an old chalkboard or on some sort of modern thing that teaches in a different, more visual manner. And just wait, that's a very, very good way to parse out some of this. Because I for my father, I learned that, especially like I was describing, some of the different sort of companies I was sort of working for and with, streaming and whatnot. And he would understand the words I was saying, but if I sat down and drew sort of a flow chart or whatever, if you will, and do that while speaking to him, and talking about Slithering Matrix, Paradox Development Studio versus Paradox Interactive, the publisher, and all that. Oh, he'd get it and internalize it much better. And then 2-3 weeks later, when I mentioned one of the things again, now I was doing something with something, he would be able to relate it because I had sat down at that one time with him while just speaking sort of normally, but drawing out on a piece of paper a flowchart. My dad was very bright. And it's not in any way a mental inability. It's just he was a visual person that if you showed it to the names and the sort of how they're connected and what I was doing, just sort of on a visual, like a sort of electronics diagram or whatever, because he would understand those very well. He would get it instantly and retain it pretty damn well. But if I was just verbally chatting with him, like while we're riding in the car, 3/4 of it would just go over his head. And if we brought the subject up later, he wouldn't remember it, and I'd have to start over explaining it again, and he would understand as I explained it. So it's that sort of a thing that to teach somebody like my dad or something, you would need to sort of diagram it on the chalkboard or computer screen or whatever it is while you're speaking about it, where other people, that's just slowing them down. They just need to hear you speak and they'll internalize it. Senator Ted Cruz, he supposedly has a I'm going to sort of use the term because it's common, a photographic memory, but for verbal, not for visual. So he remembers precisely what people say to him, and could weeks later, not everything he remembers maybe, but weeks later he'll know, well, you said exactly this to me, and it's just, a verbal thing. And where he isn't, doesn't have that sort of memory for, visually things around him. So he immediately, understands and internalizes and keeps what people say verbally to him. So, that's a talent that most people, I don't have, but most people don't have, but he has. So that's that sort of thing. It's sort of the human touch, if you will. But before we go on with more of that, I want to say again, I now have, although I haven't paid all the silver lions for it, the complete, entire German tank tree for grindable, not all of the, either event vehicles or paid for vehicles, but I have all of the event tree, or not the event, but all of the grindable German tree again. I just completed that. Got the last their last big radar thingy here. So yeah, that, which just means I play too much War Thunder because I'm not trying to grind most of these vehicles and just play enough. Not that I'm so good. Okay, let's play another. Oh, we've lost Jan. You want to ready up, Jan? 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 We've lost Jan. Jan.
I'm back.
You're back. Okay, yeah, ready up, Jan.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to go back in.
I just needed to pee because you were just
okay.
talking.
Yes, just talking too much.
Did not want to interrupt.
Right. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, I like that human touch. We've lost the human touch.
Well, here's now my problem with what I find the school system, and it's more
Where are we going,
of
Gamer?
a.
I'm going towards C.
I don't know how to rationalize it, but I think that the preschool and like the school system before you go into college needs to be entirely reformed or abolished, because well it's going to sound a bit crazy, but I think that may give back like I've not really thought about it through that much, but it feels unnatural.
Well, my understanding is that America, at least, back in the 19th century, in essence, adopts the German sort of school system style.
The modern school system that is used in most of the world is essentially the Prussian model.
And it's very sort of memorization heavy and whatnot. So
yes, it worked. It essentially worked for Prussia, like the core of Prussia, due to that specific Prussian culture.
Right.
But even there, it kind of was varied through this kind of very Prussian military thought, and was partially designed with the idea of this is how we get like good soldiers.
Right.
Or good
and it was still in the idea
well,
of
it was before factories really were a thing. So
right, but it was the idea when soldiers very much needed to work to automatons, and that you under commands they loaded their musket, they moved in formation, they did all of that kind of stuff as being what a good soldier and what you trained people to do. And Prussia did that very well, as opposed to being again a more independent. So, and before World War I, there already was a tendency to move towards cogs and formulas, but World War I kills the human touch and completely reinforces the cogs and formulas as being the primary way of dealing with society.
Well, the problem I also kind of have with the modern idea of the idea of a welfare state, that is slowly something that I am turning like against, because I think that because the government is taking things over that a parent should must do. It's
feminizing society, and
yeah,
I'm getting this from what if alt hist, the YouTube channel of that, and Rudger.
need help from behind.
I'm pushing up around.
It's a Jackson. Oh,
well, maybe the guy there with you will help you out. And partially from him is that women like the state because they see it as their protector and their provider, as opposed so they don't need no man. So they in the sort of modern terms, they're independent. They're not, but
they're dependent on the state.
They're depending upon the state to provide security. The police force. They're to get money and other things to be able to support them through raising children or whatever. They're relying upon the state to whether to give them money directly or just ensure that the corporation, we give enough maternity leaves instead of you're pregnant, you're fired, which might have been 100 years plus ago. You're pregnant, well congratulations, you're fired, because we need a person here who's not going to be pregnant and who's not going to be raise a child, and they're going to show up to work every single day and keep working. like they would have expected a man to do so. And they're relying upon the state to protect that ability to have maternity leave. So, okay, I'm getting killed out here.
Well, it even goes deeper than that, I think. Yes, it feminizes society, but it also kind of strips away it lets government shape a lot more of the culture of the people that it's raising, because let's use an example. Like in our school system, smoking is heavily discouraged, and now we see a lot less smokers.
Right.
Yes, it's good for everyone else, but it's still like the government is changing the culture of
Right, but yeah, I get you, but I think it's a how do I put this? I don't want a heavy-handed government. I'm not really a libertarian, but I'm definitely a liberty-minded person. But the idea that Californians particularly very early on, we have massively reduced the amount of smoking here. Now, part of it is some of their heavy-handed laws against smoking in locations. Because I remember when they first introduced laws that required most places like restaurants or bars, well, at least restaurants, to have non-smoking sections. A significant part of their seating or whatever to be an area for non-smokers, so they wouldn't be sat at a table, next to a smoker unless they, wanted to be. Now it's gone to the point that you can't even sort of hardly smoke outside. It's they've just continued to, over the years, more and more ban smoking. I disagree with the enforcement on things like that. Now I will agree on something like an airplane that, well, if you're going to get from point A to point B, the airlines would just sort of, because they used to be able to smoke on airplanes, would just...
you still can if you pay enough.
Well, I guess if you charter your own flight, but most American flights, no, there's no smoking option. There just isn't. But airlines would prefer, if there was a significant group of people who wanted to smoke, they would prefer just to have smoking. So they say, well, you suck it up. Well, you're sort of, enforced to use, even though it's privately owned, it sort of functions as public transportation through the air, if you will. Where a restaurant, if you're in a small town, but most restaurants, they don't have a monopoly on people getting food. You don't have to go to a restaurant. If you're going to go from point A to point B in America, you've got to fly, unless you're going to really handicap yourself and drive, or take the train, and trains hardly go anywhere that are passenger trains. So you basically have to fly, and it would be sort of like in Europe. For most people, you have to take the train. You don't really have a practical other choice. So I get certain, enforced, and it's an enclosed area that's enforced. You can't just open the window on an airplane and get fresh air coming in. That you very well could in a car. That if somebody's smoking in the car, you can open, and you're allergic to it or whatever it might be. You can open the window and have fresh air coming in at you, and basically more or less not be affected by somebody in the same automobile smoking. I remember way back when I,
be careful. This is a V.
Yeah, I'm getting killed over here with this guy here on the map there. One of the guys that I knew smoked, and I drove him around a few times, and he would very much hang the cigarette out of the car and then sort of lean over near the window, take a puff, and then hang the cigarette out of the car, because he was being considerate. Oh, and he asked if he could smoke, and I said, yeah, okay. And he was being very considerate of it. and not being an asshole or a jerk about it. He was, like I say, was doing it in the right way to be considerate of others. I am for governments, and I've come more to this, and it's like, what was it? Poland just announced that if you have more than 2 children or something, you'll pay no income tax, so that they're pushing to influence people to have more babies. And part of it, I know from studying English history, the main reason, at least middle class and above, doesn't have children is economics. That in England, I won't go into the details, but at a certain age, or once you established a certain economic ability, that's when you would have children. Often when the eldest son inherited from his father the estate, which was often, whether it was not so much his house, but his farm or his business, his shop or something, you would then get married and have children. And so there is definitely an economic aspect to having children, and not just, government wants to encourage this, but hey, if they don't have to pay income tax, they'll be able to afford to have children, so that kind of thing. So government policies and government influence in and of itself, to me, is not the problem. It's maybe what they're trying to influence people to do. That may be the problem. And if they're being too heavy-handed about it by mandating things or otherwise, making requirements that are, enforced, and you don't have an easy, comfortable out. But on the welfare, one of the proponents, not of government welfare, but and they didn't even really have the concept at the time, but of charity welfare, was Benjamin Franklin here in America. And he set up in his lifetime some institutions that help the poor. But one of his basic understandings was the poor needed to be uncomfortable to get the charity. You would never make them comfortable, because then they wouldn't have the desire, the drive to succeed themselves. Meaning, if you just get government payments, get a government apartment, get a government food allowance and whatever else, and you're just too comfortable, you won't try to get off of it. You'll just live in the poverty. I remember a friend who I knew when I was living in Edinburgh. He worked in a very prestigious men's clothing store on on Princess Street, which is another major shopping, high-end shopping area.
A Jackson coming.
And he I think I don't remember, but made a decent hourly wage. Not great, but decent. And you had to have certain levels of deportment to have this job. It wasn't it was definitely a man's job, because you're selling clothes to men, but you needed to present well enough, so not everybody could get the job, and particularly in Britain, they're very classist in their language and whatnot, so not all the Scots could easily get this job. But he would only work like 20 hours a week. Well, because if he worked any more hours, he would lose his government support. Yeah. So he was getting, and I don't know all the details. Yeah, he wanted to, and he had other projects and other doing stuff in the sort of Scottish cultural sphere, we'll call it. And so having that extra time, he still worked, I think it was either 4 or 5 days a week, I'm not sure. But he still worked, but he was like, he had no drive to work any harder, because any more money he made would actually get less money coming in, because the government support would go away, and the increased money coming in wouldn't be equal to what he would lose in, not necessarily direct money payments, but like government support for his rentals, or his renting his apartment kind of thing, and some other stuff, that he would lose that. And so he was sort of, if you will, trapped in this thing that was comfortable enough and sort of allowed him to have time. And he wrote a book and did stuff that was never really intent to be popular and make money, but just wrote a sort of a Scottish historical thing, and not it was passable reading, but it wasn't like any sort of great piece of literature or anything like that. It's just workmanlike stuff. And so he and so it's that sort of thing that women who get enough support will raise, especially poor women will raise children and all of that, but won't have the drive to get a better job because, hey, they're getting government support, and why push harder? So the welfare state is... Oh, you're leaving us? Okay.
Yeah.
The welfare state is part of the problem of society. And yes, I agree that we don't want to have starving mothers in the street with a begging bowl trying to get enough food for their child, and they're going to sleep with their child on the street. We don't want that on one alternative, but we also don't want somebody living in a comfortable apartment. I guess Niagra's left and he can't come in. But we don't want them so comfortable that they just won't get married, because if they got married, well, then their husbands, this is what's happened in particularly the black community, we gave single mothers support, that they would get their support being a single mother, and the father would work, but if they got married, they'd lose that support, and they would just be on the father's salary. So they, whether that doesn't, so they encouraged single motherism that then becomes baby daddy this, baby daddy that, baby daddy the third. So all three children have different baby daddies. So instead of just,
going?
I'm going to go down the left side of the map. So so you've got to organize a certain level of support, and I'm for a certain level of support, but one that highly encourages people to work hard, and not just, and part of it can be a work requirement. And I think that would work for single mothers too, because, you gotta have a work requirement? Yeah, well, I gotta take care of my kid. Well, hey, we have a daycare for your kid. We'll put the kid in daycare, at a certain age, not when it's an infant, but maybe in toddlers levels. We'll put you in daycare. Okay, and that we'll give you a, if we can't find an economically improving job, we'll just get you a make-work job and make you work. And, well, how are we going to get all these daycare workers? Well, a bunch of single mothers are out there, and, you can, you do some vetting and you do some training. That can be part of it. But now you're going to have daycare, and that single mother is going to take care of their child and 5 other children. So they're now taking care of 6. So some of the job is simply becoming, being a daycare worker. And one of the kids you're doing the daycare for is your own kid. You can do that kind of... Thank you, I Like Cheese. It's been a while since I've seen you around here. I know you were here before. So, you can do a work requirement or other sorts of things. So I'm not trying to present some cold 19th century, harsh situation that either you get work and you must get married, and if you don't, we'll take your kid and put it in an institution, and now you'll be a single person. So no, I'm not trying to be a miser or a cold-hearted person. I'm trying to organize society in a successful manner that still has a certain level of personal liberty. And I do want the idea and situation that if you're truly not just, is my relationship, my marriage, whatever, is it perfect? Is it what I want it to be? No, well, I'll get a divorce. No. Is it really bad, actually bad? Well, okay, yeah, you can get a divorce, and it shouldn't be a big shame situation. If if you do get a divorce or complete economic or whatever ruin, but it should also be okay, you're somewhat knocked out and somebody got my gun breach. Well, I'm leaving. Let me pop my own smoke. I'm leaving. I can't help. I gotta run. And you got him.
Yeah, well, the problem I have with the welfare system is that it's forcing mothers to work and not take care of the kids.
Well, I think another societal problem we have.
I don't think that's necessarily the problem with the welfare system. Well, all right. It depends on the welfare system.
That's the problem that I have with, because it is the how do I word this?
Okay, well, you think about that for a moment. Make notes if you need to. But what I want to also say, that society, and it's not, and the feminist movement, it's not just the feminist movement, it's not just society. It went in my lifetime from women should be allowed to fill in the blank, work in whatever industry, not just be a secretary for a few years, but have a career. We'll say women should be allowed to have a career. From that, pushing women need to have a career because of the economic situation, that you need two income families to survive in society. And so women need to be facilitated into the workforce. And the reason, and I say this is not just feminism, I think feminism contributes to that whole putting artillery in front of you guys, is generally speaking a ways in front. Yeah, that's more or less where it's falling. It's not just that feminism. I also think the
nice.
the
Thank you, Dino.
The big manufacturing, industrial concerns, etc., also wanted a greater workforce for both having more workers and having more economic power to buy the stuff that
also lower wages.
Well, and it also lowers wages. You're very right.
Yes,
and so
yes. I mean that is why like a bunch of these big like industrial things supported the that movement.
Right, and I will say I am all for the ability for women to have a career, because there are women who just don't want to do the family thing, or for whatever reason, good, bad, or whatever reasons, or women with because people do have special talents, have good talents, and they want to exercise those talents. That's part of understanding good humanity. And I remember it's a quote, and it doesn't come from Babylon 5, but was talked about in Babylon 5. The exercise of your abilities or something is I can't quote it right now because again I have a hell of a time trying to memorize things. But it is a sign of, and it's one of the reasons why communism is evil, is that it doesn't allow you to exercise the scope of your talents, or whatever the good quote is, that brings satisfaction to people. Meaning, somebody who has a talent and desire to be a farmer, exercising that ability, even whether they grew up as a farmer or grew up in a city and wants to become a farmer, that is fulfillment for them, and that kind of thing. If you know what I'm referring to. So there are women that have, whatever sort of talents, meaning they can be a great cinematographer, a great movie, taker of not just photographs, but of movies, and framing that camera and moving around. And that's their talent, and they want to have that ability to exercise that talent in life. Whether they also try to have, a husband and children or not, whether that's in primary also. But I think the idea of encouraging women to to have a career is a bad thing. They shouldn't be discouraged from it, but they should not be encouraged from it. They should be encouraged to be. And my mother worked, but worked in the home, and most of her jobs were sort of hobby jobs. I mean, she made money at it, but probably if she was really doing it for hourly wages, she wouldn't have done it for as little as she did. She was sort of artistic, and would do projects that she wanted to do, and she made money at it. But it wasn't being done because she it was more again to do it because it's a hobby than do it because it's a money-making thing. So and so basically I grew up with a stay-at-home mother, which a lot of my friends did, but as time goes on, it seems like, and I don't know, but it seems like in California, that is now the exception and not the rule. Most families, and I do mean families that has a husband and wife, and not just single parent situations, have a two incomes as the normal, as the standard here.
Understandable. I mean, unless one of the spouses has a very good job, it's just not really affordable for only one to work and for the other to take care of house and home.
Yeah, especially here in California, and I don't know. Other parts of America, it is much, much easier. Housing and some of the big costs are much cheaper. Now, salaries are down a bit too, and I don't know about Europe. And so,
I'm actually someone who lives in a household which is one income.
Right.
My mother.
I also do.
Yeah, my mother was largely a housewife, not exactly by choice, due to the fact that the work she did do, she was kind of, not really bullied out of, but had a very bad. She was a archaeologist.
Okay.
And had a very bad experience on a particular dig. Then she was pregnant with me, and she just couldn't really get back into it.
Right.
And she also didn't really want to put me in have like a daycare. And as an archaeologist, she would have to like leave for long periods of time.
Right.
So
it was more.
it's a rather big regret of hers, but she just couldn't get back into it, so she essentially became a housewife. Later, she got a mini job as a martial arts instructor, which gave her a bit of income of her own. But again, that was like on a few days a week, and only for like a few hours.
Right.
So for the most part, she was at home.
Right, and
again, that was largely possible because my father has a very well-paying job.
Yes, but you see, I think both, well, what do you do? And then the woman, well, I'm just a housewife, or whatever. And the way the language at least works in English, someone being a professional mother, if you will, as their primary role in life, is language-wise a less of an achievement or something versus, oh, I'm a pharmacist, or oh, I'm an architect, or oh, I'm a.
Oh yes, that is definitely a thing in Germany, where it's essentially if you're like, I'm a housewife and so on, or God forbid the male equivalent, that is even worse.
Right.
Like for one, you'll be like weirdly belittled for, where it's like almost like tends to be sometimes hinted at that you didn't do it out of any choice, but almost like you're forced to do. With the other, if you're like a man who chooses, like people will literally look at you like you're insane.
Right. And women, more so than men, but men as well, women's social status is often more important than economic status, so long as they have a certain level of economic status. But social status, once and it can be up and down the social classes. It can be certain levels of economic, sort of what they're used to. So if they get to a certain, for them, a comfortable economic status, social status becomes more important. So the idea that their social status is just housewife is belittling to them, and they concern more about that than maybe the needs to have the job, economically. So you get the sort of regret situation because, like I say, because of social status, not because I didn't find the next Tutankhamun's tomb or something. Reasoning to do that. So that is where I think society has its problems, that we need to encourage women to stay at home and have policies that encourage it, whether it's no income tax if you have enough children, or and this is one thing that I not just because I'm single, but because again, for these societal reasons, I really hate the gay marriage, and I'll say that here, I hate it. I'm not saying I hate gay people. I hate this gay marriage. We need all the benefit. No, marriage and the idea of like filing joint income, together as a family income tax thing, is to encourage children and raising of children, and presumably the two parents, without, unless you want to go through a DNA test for both, potentially if they mix up the kids, but DNA tests for parentage, we're presuming the husband and wife are the mother and father of the children, and so they have responsibilities for the children based upon that. And that's what marriage is for, from the state or government purpose. It's not so they share the same last name, or they have some sort of social status, but to a gay couple, men, women, or whatever, we want to have the same tax break. No, you don't get to, because it's the idea that you're normally not adopting, but having and raising children, and that's what we're encouraging. And so yes, we can have legalized domestic partnerships for the thing back, whether like in the 80s or something. Tragic case where gay partner live in, the family won't let them come and see the dying person in the hospital because the family is anti-gay, and the family doesn't let them in, and this woe is for the discriminated against the gay life partner in that. So that was one of the big sort of encouragements to push for first gay recognition of same-sex couple status, and then eventually into gay marriage. I just think is wrong. It's not, people can be a couple and be gay. Okay, fine. I'm not trying to in any legal sense, in any again, I'm trying to encourage people to, man and woman to get together and have children. We're trying to encourage that, but I'm not trying to have a systematic discouragement of gay couples living together. That is not what I'm trying to do. It's that, in my viewpoint, or what I'm against, gay couples can live together, but they don't get the same benefits of what we are presuming or encouraging or hoping. Yeah, there's childless, men and women couples, but we're encouraging the idea that they do reproduce and they do have children, and we make it a bit more economically beneficial for them, or set up. So that's why I'm, and it's not coming, and this is, we can talk about religious reasons. That's a whole nother reason for pro or against gay marriage or gay interactions, and that's fine, but we're talking about it from a government or state viewpoint, and so it's why I'm still against I'm all for gay marriage, actually. Any gay man can marry any woman he wishes to, even if she's gay. But marriage isn't between a man and a woman. It's, they can have other sexual preferences, but it's between a man and a woman is what I am for, whatever sexual preferences they may have. But if gay people want to get married, that, meaning a man and a woman, and one or more of them is gay, that's fine. If they, if that's what they want to do. It sort of to me defeats the argument that they used to have, like in the South, interracial couples were not allowed to marry. No, it's man and woman. Whatever your race, whatever your sexual identity, a man and a woman can get married. We're not having a test for heterosexuality in marriage. We're just saying it's between a man and a woman. At least that's what I'm saying. So, okay, guys, really good hanging out with all of you. With, of course, Dino, Arno, and Jan, and Niagara has left us. But also, I hope Altair Antics and Mr. Bad Gamer subscribe or like or follow the channel over on Twitch, and love to see back I Like Cheese and ZZ and what Cosmin I think is new around here as well. Thanks for you. And I don't know, I4M whatever. You can also follow the channel, and there's also links to the YouTube channel, and Johnny Dench for hanging out for a bit. So thank you all. As you can sort of tell, I'm ending for the day. I do think I will be back streaming this coming weekend, most likely for the Saturday, but maybe for the Sunday, because I'll have to see, because I think it's early next week. I will be moving what's left of my stuff here in California to Arizona, so that may take, and Sunday may be taking more of a precedence to than streaming. But remember, we will be back in the future. So thanks so much, everyone, and see you next time.